Welcome back to Gaming. We are in the map, the new map dialogue. So we're looking at the Galaxy node map here. And we are not going to take the time to read through the descriptions of every system. Largely boring. Few planets, fewer resources. But yeah, so this is here, just so you know that. Laramus is where... I'm sorry, Luyten is where we are now. We passed through Laramus. And Tares is over there, which was the setting of Between the Ashes 1 for the most part. But what we're most interested in is the local system map. Here we are looking at Luyten. So we are going to look through GTC Rewick. Wayfarer Station is where we are stationed. This Velis-class station was installed in the Luyten system by Galactic Terran Intelligence shortly after the system's discovery. It was intended to serve as a warehouse for classified research and development, but with the outbreak of the 14 Years' War, available assets were tasked elsewhere, and the station itself was pressed into a research capacity it was ill-suited for. While the Hades Rebellion was widespread within GTI's research and development branch, subsequent investigations have revealed no sign that Wayfarer's crew was involved with or even aware of the insurrection before it began. It appears that the station's remote location and low priority made it a convenient place to relocate those the rebellion saw as threats. With the return of the Galactic Terran Alliance to Luyten, Wayfarer Station has found new life as the hub for GTA forces within the system. So we can't select the ships. So let's check out the major habitats and planets. There's the jump. Let's see. Intersystem jump nodes, when it's a level 359 node, phases inside the Maro Halo, during which time it is unsafe to access. So we'll check the planets and then the habitats. This is going to take a while because everything's new. Luyten 1. In contrast to its cooler, irradiated twin, Luyten 1 has remained volcanically active for as long as Terrans have explored the system. The planet's surface has multiple active, large igneous provinces, which have covered 37% of its crust with lava. This type of geological instability requires tremendous internal heat, and Luyten 1 is no exception. The planet's core is known to contain an unusually high density of radioisotopes, superheating the interior with their radioactive decay. I turned down the music, but it still seems pretty loud. I might have to turn it down another notch. The planet is also believed to have suffered a massive planetary impact in its geologically recent past, imparting further energy onto the unstable world. Luyten 1's volcanism is caught in a constant tug-of-war with UV SETI, and the star's ionizing radiation strips away its thin atmosphere of toxic gas and ash as quickly as volcanic activity can replace it. No resources of note are believed to exist on the planet's surface, and no human has ever set foot on the world. All probes sent to perform basic geological surveys have expired within no later than 3 days of landing, with most either succumbing to atmospheric corrosion or breaking through the unstable crust into an underground lava flow. Bizarrely, multiple probes have confirmed the existence of microbial life, leading the LNA's Biological Research Department to set up shop in orbit. So here's orbit. So, Biostation 1. I'm not going to read everything out loud. But I will hang out on these for a minute, and if you want to read them, you can, I'm reading quickly, I'm reading all of this, but I speed read a lot faster than I can talk. But you can pause and read it for yourself. Post-CRISPR gene therapy to reverse radiation damage. More efficient oxygen recycling through the use of algae. Okay. Alright, BL SETI, nicknamed Bora, is an intrinsic flare star of variable diameter and luminosity. Compared to the more notorious UV SETI, BL SETI is a comparatively unremarkable red dwarf with an orbital period roughly 26.5 years around the star's shared barycenter. The influence of BL SETI on Luyten is significant as it serves to mediate the intense, unpredictable radiation of its larger partner. Really? Interesting. I don't think it would actually work that way. Habitats employ the Lagrange points of Bora as a sun shield against flares, although the complexities of orbital mechanics make this a complex task. Magnetoplasma storms curved around the gravity well of BL SETI are a favorite spot for antimatter collectors. Well, that's a striking image. UV SETI, named Amatsuma Kaboshi, literally the dread star of heaven by early explorers and Boshi by the LNA, is the most violent dwarf star known to Terran civilization. In 1957, UV SETI's light output increased 75 times in a mere 20 seconds. In ages since, the star has become even more furiously unstable, fluctuating by the hour in diameter and radiance. UV SETI is prone to apocalyptic coronal mass ejections, perceived by pilots and ship systems alike as a violent EMP felt all the way out to the Oort cloud. In spite of its danger and inconvenience, the star's extreme energy levels provide the LNA with plenty of scientific data and power for their infrastructure. Some critics still argue that the star is a capricious, lethal time bomb and that the new alliance is playing with fire. Alright, Luyten 2, the second of Luyten's 2 planets, is extremely rich in ore deposits, ranging from common minerals up to exotic heavy metals and radioisotopes. So we're more interested in the orbitals. 2 mining system stations have been built by SDX Exploration in low orbit of Luyten 2. And this is the other one. So their descriptions are the same. So let's see what about Jameson Station. LNA's Xenobiological and Xenocultural Center. The LNA movement resonated with very few Vasudans who were largely uninterested in joining a Terran cultural movement. Responding to Terran needs and led by Terran interests. A small number, however, were interested in the opportunity to build understanding between the common people of both civilizations, and Jameson Station was constructed to meet their needs, so it's a Vasudan outpost. Vasudan culture emphasizes history, and many of the LNA's ancient artifacts are also held aboard Jameson Station. The barrier to cooperate on research with Vasudan archaeologists. A plan to store Shivan specimens on the station, however, was deemed offensive, and Shivan research is now held on a small auxiliary station sharing Jameson's orbital slot. That is not on the map, notably. And a decommissioned weather station. Left intact out of historical interest. Bet we're going to wind up with that being important in some way. And Habitat Bravo. Of the Elcanos serving as habitats for the Luyten New Alliance, Habitat Bravo is in the worst state of repair. Originally decommissioned due to a severe asteroid strike, long before it transferred to the LNA. Mostly operational condition, la-di-da. So this is not as politically volatile or interesting as BTA 1's setting in Antares. Ah, here we are. The capital of the Luyten New Alliance, Amanu Station, is home to both the LNA government and dozens of civilian enterprises that have staked out a claim on the wild frontier. Built almost organically around the frame of the largest colony vessel in LNA possession, Amanu carefully balances the LNA's utopian ideals with the practical limitations of colonizing a system without habitable planets. The interior of Amanu is a mishmash of shopping concourses and emergency response station response stations, places of worship, and hull breach partitions, nature preserves, and evacuation shuttles. Although critics are quick to point out that there aren't many places to evacuate to. Tactically, Amanu eschews conventional turrets, favoring a network of densely-class flak sentries which can, in theory, be repositioned to optimize flak cover. The most important aspect of Amanu's defenses, however, is his oversized air wing, with an estimated 200 tier-class interceptors divided into 12 squadrons. That's a lot. The station integrates with the system's network of communication hubs and science cruisers, allowing very fast fire response to developments throughout the system. So we are going to do this in multiple sweeps. So this has been the system map for Between the Ashes 2 here on Paladin Gaming. We will do another video exploring more of these later on in the week. This is Paladin Gaming signing off.